And I think what's great is, being able to understand the difference between using AI the wrong way and using AI the right way. And I think that, we talk about that a lot, but I think it's really important, because what you're doing is, obviously it's what we talk about, but just so people in the audience understand, is you're sticking to the humanized tasks, doing them and creating them. You're not automating some fake AI videos. Of course, you've done those in the past. They're humorous, but for the most part, when you're doing these things to, use clips from our podcast or use your own clips from different speaking engagements that you do.
And we're back.
We're back, and we're going to talk about some AI again, because we're finding really cool ways to utilize it, and why not share it, right? People are wondering. I still feel like AI utilization is still pretty low, but in terms of people using it on the daily, like effectively, outside of, I don't count really ChatGPT or just LLM. So
Yeah.
let's hear about all you're doing.
Yeah, I've gone down a rabbit hole where I'm trying to essentially, instead of hiring contractors and to do a lot of these things, I'm using AI agents, and I've created an agent to basically canvas the entire internet, all YouTube videos of the creators that I like. I'm having it canvas all of them, get all of the things that they've done that day, and then I'm summarized by contrasting and comparing what I'm doing in my businesses to create content possibilities. Like, just, suggestions on what to do, whatever. And it's like, I used to go out and watch all those videos, and now I don't. So I still sometimes do. I enjoy it, but it's I believe in the next 3 to 4 months, I'm going to have so much of my time back on so many different levels. And not to mention financially, not having to hire outside contractors to do a lot of stuff, or assistants to have do a lot of this stuff. And no, I'm not firing an assistant because I don't have an assistant right now. But
I was gonna say your daughter's gonna be
yeah,
there.
no. She actually, I showed her a bunch of this stuff, and she was blown away that of the different things that she could incorporate her business, things like that. So, yeah, and I've created an agent to scrub all of my reports and create now my sales reports for my reps, which we had before, but now I'm having it look and scan trends and comparison reports and where business is going and all kinds of different parameters that I built. It took some time to build it, but it's just all getting emailed to my email once a week, and I don't have to go out and do it myself, and I don't have to go out and guess anymore, which is really the whole reason why I did that, because people would ask me questions. I'd go, well, I think, and I'm sure it's this, or I'm sure it's that, and it wasn't. So yeah, I completely believe that I'll have an agent for just about everything that used to take just menial tasks, just crazy things like I need to take a spreadsheet and do this and find this out and that and that and that and send it on. Now I'm gonna have an agent that does it. It's pretty cool.
What's the What's the biggest, like, wow, I can't believe that they can do that for you situation
It
right now?
happens about once every 2 hours. Because you know what it is, and this is the thing that everything that you say, oh, I'll just do it myself. Like every little thing you say, well, I've just turfed that off. This, before, people tell you. I mean, I've had assistants, and people have told me left and right, like you just need to have an assistant do that. Well, all of those tasks can now be done by an agent and done whenever you want, whatever time. They're never sick. They're never lost. They're not late in traffic. There are all these different things that you used to deal with, and it's I don't have a certain one that I say, oh, but one of the biggest things, this is the one I'm tackling right now, is video editing and content posting. That's going to be, I'm in the middle of it right now, and it's going to get to the point where I'm going to be able to just wake up every morning and all my content that I've generated through video or written is going to be across all the platforms and ready to go. And I'm not going to have to sit down, schedule it, and do all that thing kind of stuff, which is really just hours of work.
Yeah, and I think what's great is, being able to understand the difference between using AI the wrong way and using AI the right way. And I think that, we talk about that a lot, but I think it's really important, because what you're doing is, I mean, obviously it's what we talk about, but just so people in the audience understand is you're sticking to the humanized tasks, doing them and creating them. You're not automating some fake AI videos. I mean, of course, you've done those in the past. They're humorous, but for the most part, when you're doing these things to, use clips from our podcast or use your own clips from different speaking engagements that you do, they're human items. But then you're automating the stuff that can help, make it more efficient to get your media out there. So that's the really important part for people to understand. It's like, I, we're the video people in terms of video outbound to book more meetings, ultimately, close more deals. And I just never adopted the automate the AI video tools that are available.
Yeah.
I just still believe in that, record yourself. We still have a couple of years left of that. I really do believe that, of that being an effective tool for communication, because people, won't. I just think that the AI videos just still look too fake. Even some of the ones that look really real. Anyway, long story short of saying, it's a great lesson for everyone to understand. Automate the things that you can to continue to get your human voice out there.
Yeah, I think the reality that kind of struck me a few days ago was when you're doing AI videos or whatever that is, it's never real, and it's never going to become, I just don't think it's going to become something that people say, oh, you know what, I can't wait to engage with AI videos, because there's actually real human genuine videos out there, and I'm going to go find those. And it's a video of you're talking and your cat's walking behind you, or you're sitting there and your hat falls off or whatever. You can make AI do that, but I don't care what anybody says. That's just, if people get a sense that something's original, they're going to watch it in a second. They just are. And if you're competing, you're always going to be a leg up by doing that. I mean, I get AI videos all the time on social media from different sources, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not really interested in this, and I don't watch. I mean, it's just it's a weird paradigm right now, because people, they believe more is better in the AI world, and making more videos with AI, characters or whatever that may be. But until the day somebody goes, yeah, I'd rather watch those instead of somebody real, I just don't see it anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing more and more of like the actorless ads, right, with the commercials that are just no humans. They kind of bother me a little bit, but I guess they're effective for them. They just kind of like make the graphics look a little better, or make their product look a little better, and just kind of fluff off that they're fake human beings in the background. But I guess we're just going to have to get used to that part of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of specific tools, like what most recently have you used, like that you can name that you really, Claude obviously, but any others?
Yeah, so I have an agentic AI agent thing that I use called doanything.com. There's another one called Manus, Manus. That's another one. It's essentially will go out and, I mean, it will. So one of the things I asked doanything.com today, and I don't get anything from doanything.com today. I asked it today to create a report about something. It will go in and log into my email, scan all my emails, find the pertinent information that it needs. It will construct the spreadsheet that I want, and boom, it's sitting there in my inbox or wherever I want to have it. That used to take me forever. I mean, I would have to pull together information. I'd have to figure out, oh, did I duplicate this or did I do that? Does AI make mistakes? Yep. But once you correct that mistake, it never makes it again. And it's you can perfect it to the point where you just say, oh, okay, all this menial information is now all together in one place, filtered and drawn out correctly the way I want it, and then I can send it to whoever. And that's, for me, is huge. And then I'm going to get really crazy here. I'm going to moving forward start to understand trends. I'm going to forecast things that I wasn't able to forecast before, which helps tremendously in allocation of, people and hiring and all that type of stuff, and I'm going to have those reports can be generated for me by AI by taking in all kinds of different parameters and factors, and yeah, it's just pretty amazing. I can tell you the other thing I do with it a lot is I I've created another agent. My wife says I need to get a hobby, but I've created another agent that anything legal, I have it go out and analyze things legally. I have it, it's our, anything that I would have sent to a paralegal before, I now have a report that generates that generates summaries on legal things that we should be watching out for, and I screen it for any contractual stuff that I do as well. Which, yes, do you need a lawyer to look at? Absolutely, you do. But just generating opinions about things, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, it certainly has helped, the reporting aspect of it, and the CSV file manipulation or creating a Word docs has been amazing. I've done some great analysis on like the service level of us as an operation, or just like really nitty gritty, like down to like specific SKUs, like pretty easily in like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And then digestible for ops team to take a look at, or as a tool for sales to present to potential clients. Be like, hey, look at these numbers. This is the last month of our service levels. This is in depth. It's obviously HIPAA protected and all that. It's information that's not just numbers, right? It's not patient data or anything, but it's fantastic. It's really different ways. I think not enough people are using AI for manipulation of documents or Excel files or whatnot. They're still using it with like the emojis of the LLMs and the chats and the groks and whatnot. And actually, ChatGPT just this week stepped up their image game. By the way, have you noticed that?
Yeah.
You're probably off ChatGPT, so you're not even noticing.
No, I use ChatGPT for images. That's really one of the only things. And I saw down at the bottom. What exactly is going on with it?
Yeah, so they just released a new image model. Just came out, so 2.0, and it's actually friggin' really good.
Wow. All right.
Like we're doing a peptide webinar in a month, and I just put together a quick, make a proof of this doctor's image with our logo, the dates as like a one sheet I can send out, and it's like fantastic.
Oh.
Like down to the details, like his, not just like his picture, but like him standing there, and it's like proportionate to everything, and like one sheets and product spotlights. Like really, really good, because I'm usually not a fan of ChatGPT's image generating, or they would just freeze out and say like we ran out, or we can't do this anymore for you.
Oh yeah.
But the pressure is on to them, because people are leaving ChatGPT at like an alarming rate.
Yeah, record level. It was like I saw something like 2.95.
Yeah, over 2.5 million users abandoned the platform due to
yeah,
insane.
Yeah, I saw that, and they had essentially, I can't think of the word right off the top of my head, but they basically removed it from their computer.
Yep.
Which is de-enrolling. That's what it is. De-enrolling, not re-enrolling. De-enrolling in ChatGPT, which is crazy. Remember, they were just, if you remember, they were the juggernaut, the rocket ship. They were doing so well, and now times can pass you by quickly.
Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, and they, allocated all their usage to certain government organizations, and then kind of dumbed it down for the rest of us, and people started to discover how great Claude is. But, stepping up their game again, so it's good to see.
Yep.
And then now Claude is, throttling my usage. So, yeah, it's just it's a game. So using Gemini is still pretty good. I use Gemini too. It's pretty good at images as well. So.
Well, you are right about Claude, and it's throttling down your usage. I mean, I just went out and tried to do a comparison report of some things, and all of a sudden it was like, boop, up popped this little thing that said, you're at your usage limit. I'm like, man, I didn't use it that much.
Yeah, it's they've like peak throttling hours and like all this stuff, but it's getting pretty annoying.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Is that just started that way?
yeah, I mean, how many people, massive demand is
Yeah.
just overloading the server from people that have moved over. So it's just insane, how many people have moved over from it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Um, well, I'm like I said, anybody who's at all wants to learn about AI or any of that stuff, go do it. I mean, you're going to make yourself a much better source of anything. If you're not taking AI and utilizing it in your day to day, you're going to pass you by. And what I mean by that is it's just going to help you create, be a better, more productive person, employee, business owner, creator, whatever you want to say. That it is, and you're not cheating. You're taking menial tasks and letting the AI do it, and then you can focus on what you do the best, and that's really what it's all about.
yeah, I totally agree. And we should tease like some of the things that we'll be teaching at Content Crib. Like we'll be doing a lot of this stuff for the next round coming up in October. We'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, I mean, you listen, it's 7.0 is going to be it's going to be a very cool thing in the respect that we're going to be teaching a lot of stuff about productivity, what to do, how to do it, why you do it certain ways. But what I'm excited about is, people who are going to bring what they're doing and they're going to stand up and go, well, yeah, I do this. And people are going to go, ooh, ah. I mean, this is going to be the ooh, ah meeting and what you can take away just to transform how you do your business. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. And the signups are flowing in like crazy. So if you're listening to us right now and if you want to, you can just DM us here on YouTube or any of the platforms or on LinkedIn, Chris or I, just DM us about Content Crib, and so we can have a conversation.
I got a personalized video from someone that wants to attend today.
There you go.
3-minute personalized video. Couldn't believe it. I didn't get to finish watching it. We did jump on and record from Mike Zimick. So shout out to him. Hopefully he can make it. He's battling between two different shows to make his final decision. So I'll have to connect with him and see if I can push him over the ledge.
Yeah. Well, he will learn a lot more at Content Crib 7.0, I guarantee you. Yeah, so if you're listening right now, Content Crib 7.0 is October 16th and 17th. We are back in Bentonville. And here's the reality, everybody. Once we do this one in Bentonville, we are going to go to a yearly frequency, which is going to be really, really cool in the respect that we'll be able to really action-pack. I mean, not that we didn't before. We surely did before, but this one, this one in October, we're not going to be until, a year from now. And where will we be? We'll see.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Lots of fun. So I guess with that, that's a wrap.